Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here, back from vacation, back in the gym. Although, that being said, we did go to the gym literally every day on vacation. And that's a lot of fun for me. That keeps me having a good attitude, but it also makes me feel really good, especially considering how much we were eating on vacation. So, I was dieting for about 4 or 5 months, doing pretty well, and I was happy with that. But then on vacation, there was lots and lots of good food. And I think it's perfectly acceptable to structure a diet to put you in a good place for the beach, and then proceed to enjoy lots of happy, filling family meals. And that's exactly what we did. So definitely didn't quite stick to the diet at the beach, but like I said, I'm very comfortable with that. I'm not dieting for any particular reason other than personal goals, I suppose. And I'm personally comfortable with having some yummy food with the family and letting the diet show through, because honestly, all I think that really happened with me eating, you know, probably, definitely above maintenance while we were on vacation, is that I just happened to fill out a little bit, because I was doing low carb and getting some carbs in my system. I don't feel like I put on a whole lot of fat. Really just probably ended up filling out in terms of just my muscles, getting that glycogen in there, getting some water, and combined with that, just having a little bit fuller of a look and a fuller of a feel too. Definitely still staying strong over vacation with all the training I was doing. But anyway, got back from vacation, ended up putting on a massive 3 pounds. So I don't think that's too bad. But now I'm sort of faced with a decision of whether I want to try to continue on a more of a dieting plan, or sort of begin transitioning into a bulking phase. And I'm not 100% sure what I want to do right now. So what I'm doing for the moment is pretty much just sticking to around maintenance, eating around 3,000 calories a day, and that's just fine for me. Definitely getting my carbs up there, enjoying some cereal on a daily basis. You guys know that I love cereal, and so basically what my diet looks like right now is we've been getting up, going to the gym first thing. Has nothing to do with my diet, but just so in case you want to know, training and diet, I should say. Getting up, going to the gym first thing in the morning, coming home, having a nice big old box of cereal with some 4 cups of milk and 2 scoops of protein mixed in there, just so I can get some protein in there as well. In case you're curious what I'm eating, I found this Honey Bunches of Oats energy mix. It's called what's called an energy blend or something. It's really, really good, and makes me feel pretty good. It does, I mean, with any sugar like that, it's gonna have, and with any cereal like that, I mean, it's gonna have sugar in it. So that's really the only concern for me, is just high sugar right now. But it's not a big deal. You're getting tons of energy expenditure, and getting your carbs in right after your workout is a fine thing to do. Plus, it's fun for me to be able to eat some of my absolute favorite foods that I don't usually get to eat during the dieting phase. But anyway, I have my cereal, and then later on in the day, I will pretty much just have a nice salad and with chicken and broccoli like I have had in the past. And that rounds out my calories for the day, honestly. Really not eating many times during the day, but, you know, after being so diligent with a diet, you know, eating multiple times a day, timing it every 3 hours or so, it feels good to be able to just relax a little bit, eat foods that I want to eat, you know, not have to eat all the time throughout the day, and just really coast a little bit. And this isn't really going to hurt me too much, honestly. I'm still able to train, still able to get all my work done that I need to do with YouTube and live streaming, still having good energy for everything. And it's just sort of keeping me in a not really making progress one way or the other kind of state, which is exactly where I'd want to be. Ideally, if I was really trying to gain muscle or really trying to lose fat, you don't really want to just be coasting right now. But what it does allow me to do is it gives me a good place to start, whether I'm trying to bulk or whether I'm trying to go back to a diet. Because either way, I'm not really ruling out any options for myself. I could just as easily drop back into a caloric deficit, continue to lose that body fat. And that being said, I could also just build off of this and start putting myself in a caloric surplus so that I could end up gaining body mass, end up gaining muscle, and getting stronger. And like I said, I'm not really sure where I want to go with this right now. I do enjoy being lean, and I'm not 100% sure that I want to get into that full bulk mode, putting on that body fat. And even though that comes with a lot of strength and muscle growth, just not sure I want to be that big and bulky yet. And an option that I do have is something I've done in the past, is where instead of being very low calorie and very low carb, what I could do is just eat, you know, 200-300 calories under my maintenance. So for me right now, I'm envisioning my maintenance to be around 3,000 calories a day. And that might even be a bit of a deficit for me. What I could do is I could just eat around 2,800 calories a day, and I think that would leave me in a deficit, but I would also up my carbs so that I would still feel strong, and I would still have really, really powerful workouts and have food that I enjoy, but not put me in a place where I was going to gain body fat. And out of both options, whether I want to really diet down again or really start to bulk again, I think the option of putting myself in a small calorie deficit where I do incorporate carbs into my diet is probably just a healthy place to be, all things considered, and it's the kind of the one that I'm leaning towards. It's more, I mean, you know, surprise, surprise, you have two extremes, and then there's a moderate approach. Oftentimes, the moderate approach is the one that's the best idea, and that's, I mean, and it also sounds good to me. So that's what I might go for now. Absolutely, guys, feel free to leave your comments in the description. Ultimately, this is my decision that I have to make for myself, but if you guys have any opinions, I'd love to hear them. But anyways, that's kind of how I'm thinking in terms of my diet, coming off a vacation that was full of really, really good food. Also had really, really good workouts, but now it's time to figure out what I want to go next. Regardless, my chest day for today, looking pretty normal if you guys have seen some of my chest videos before. Starting off with that just flat bench press, not going too heavy today. Really trying to get some good volume in. Trying to rebuild my strength because I definitely am feeling just overall more powerful, getting more carbs into my diet, even though I am working out right first thing in the morning. Really not eating anything, just getting my C4, my N0, my NO3, and my creatine in first thing in the morning, and taking some alpha aminos to sip on during my workout, and that's been working out just fine for me. But anyway, after I get my flat bench done, transitioning over to the incline, which I've been putting a lot of focus on my incline recently. I'm not going too crazy heavy on it, but I am really learning the exercise, and I feel like I'm starting to get in touch with my upper chest, which is something that I want to do anyway. Another thing that I've really been trying to focus on and include in my workouts is more dumbbell work. I'm really only doing about 3 sets of dumbbell presses for flat dumbbell presses, and then I also do 3 sets of incline dumbbell presses. Once again, not going too crazy heavy, just trying to learn the exercise, trying to feel exactly how to activate my muscles in the strongest, most full contraction that I can. And after I start to get that idea, that's when I'll start to tack on the heavier weight. Now that being said, there are days where I really just want to get after an exercise. I just want to do the exercise as most explosively and quickly as I can. Not trying to sacrifice form completely, but I'm not really as mindful about that full contraction that I'm talking about. Really just trying to get aggressive with the weight and move as much weight as possible, as fast as possible. Those days happen too, but in most of my workouts, my main goal is to try to get in touch with this weight as much as I can. You know, learn how it affects my body, learn how I can use the muscles that I want to activate in the best way that I can, because that's how I feel like I get the most out of the exercise. So once again, like I said, I'm transitioning from some barbell work into dumbbell work, and going from the flat bench into the incline. For my decline work, I don't usually do a lot of decline pressing. Like I don't do the decline benching. I don't even use the decline machines very much. Maybe I should look into that, like some of the hammer strength decline machines. A lot of what I do for my decline work is, honestly, I do feel like I get a lot of lower chest activation from my flat bench and from my flat dumbbell presses, but I also use a dip machine to get some of that lower chest activation, because I can't do dips for whatever reason. Every time I've done dips, whether it's dips on like a bench or dips on the actual little bar apparatus, I always get this pain in my left elbow. So I've just learned throughout the years, it's okay if I don't do dips, because I can just use this machine right here. Oh, nice timing. I can just use this machine right here, and this does not hurt my elbows. Everything's fine if I do this, and I still get that real, like, what feels like a high, bunched up tricep feeling, and also a little bit of that lower chest activation like I was talking about. I've noticed that on my chest days, I haven't been doing as many tricep extensions, and for whatever reason, I've been doing my tricep extensions on my back days and on my shoulder and arms days, and that's been working out just fine for me. So when I do my chest days, instead of doing tricep pushdowns with like the rope or whatever on the cables, I'll just do these dips. I'll just try to hammer out these dips as much as I can, and I superset those dips with this pec fly machine. Once again, pec fly machine for me is a lot about that stretch and squeeze, trying to get as much in touch with those chest muscles as you can, and having that be the baseline of what you're focused on for your chest workout. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Glad to be home. Gonna try my best to get more of these gym videos out for you guys, because I know some of you enjoy them. And if you do, be sure to show them some love, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!